What if the scariest movie you've seen was based on a real event? The Exorcist, 1973, isn't just fiction. It's inspired by a true, chilling exorcism from 1949 in Maryland, USA. This is the eerie story of a boy named Robbie and his terrifying encounter with the unknown. The Haunting Hour. In 1949, in Maryland, USA, a 14-year-old boy named Robbie lived with his Aunt Harriet and her family. Harriet was a professor of paranormal activities and dark studies, helping people communicate with their deceased loved ones. Robbie, who had lost his parents, often begged his aunt to help him talk to them. One day, after constant pleading, Harriet gifted Robbie a Ouija board, a tool believed to communicate with spirits. Robbie began using the board daily, trying to contact his parents. Soon, Robbie's behavior started changing. He became irritable and withdrawn. Then tragedy struck. Aunt Harriet died unexpectedly. After her death, Robbie grew obsessed with the Ouija board, determined to bring her back at any cost. Robbie's condition worsened. He started hearing strange noises from the walls, as if his aunt was calling him. Other times he heard eerie laughter or loud crying. His family noticed his drastic behavior changes. Once an elderly family member saw scratch marks all over Robbie's body. Fear turned to sheer terror one evening when Robbie, alone in the house, tried to summon Aunt Harriet using the Ouija board. At first, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the doors and windows began banging in a rhythmic pattern. 3 knocks followed by silence. Robbie's head started spinning as he saw 2 dark figures swirling around the room. The lights flickered wildly. Terrified, Robbie ran to his aunt's bedroom, where he saw her sitting on the bed, brushing her hair. He called out to her, but she remained silent. When she finally lifted her face, Robbie froze in horror. It wasn't his aunt. The figure had a decayed face, white, dead eyes, and worms crawling on her skin. She laughed menacingly, sticking out her tongue. Robbie turned to run, but was stopped by a demon with sharp teeth and red eyes. He was paralyzed as if possessed, while the door slammed shut. Robbie stood motionless, trapped. The demon tortured him by peeling the skin off a cat and devouring it. When the family arrived, Robbie screamed in a deep, demonic voice and collapsed. From that moment, his condition worsened day by day. When psychiatrists failed to diagnose his condition, the family called in 2 priests. As soon as the priests arrived, Robbie screamed like a madman. They tied him to the bed as the priests began their prayers. Robbie mocked and cursed God, laughing in a sinister voice. One priest splashed him with holy water, and Robbie's eyes turned completely white, his face twisting into a demonic form. The furniture in the room started shaking violently. The priest continued the exorcism, and Robbie screamed in pain before passing out. Multiple exorcisms were performed, but Robbie's condition did not improve. His clothes tore apart on their own, and strange symbols appeared on his body, written in blood. A large X formed on his chest, which the priest explained meant 10 inches in Latin. Robbie wasn't possessed by just one spirit, but by 10 demonic entities. During the final exorcism, the priest found Robbie clinging to the ceiling, laughing in a guttural voice, speaking in Latin. The priest immediately began the ritual. Robbie fell to the ground unconscious as his body contorted in unnatural pain. He vomited a thick, black liquid, then fell into a deep sleep. The next day, Robbie woke up feeling weak, but otherwise normal. He remembered nothing of the horrors that had occurred. In time, he fully recovered, and the haunting events never repeated. But while Robbie forgot, his family and the priests would never erase the terrifying memories of what they witnessed. Hey there, I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch my content. If you enjoyed the story and would like to see more like this, I'd be so grateful if you could support the channel by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Your support helps me create even better content for you, and it means the world to me. Thank you for being part of this journey.